Firefighters in the town of Berwick are trying to figure out what caused a fire at a junkyard today. CENTER Maine's Christian Lee takes us to the scene.
Crews are responding to a scrap fire here at Berwick Iron and Recycling along Route 236. Now, all surrounding roads were closed, but they are opening back up as the fire is put out. No injuries were reported, and there is no clear cause at the moment, but the owners suspect lithium batteries. The fire chief will continue to have crews here throughout the evening to handle the rest of the flames.
It's unknown at this time how it started, but we ended up calling in, I think, probably close to 9 towns, the tank trucks, doing water shuttle. We also used the town's hydrant system. It took us about 4.5 hours to bring the fire under control. Right now we're in the mop-up stage.
Now, there is a water conservation in place for Berwick, and that could last for another 2 to 3 days, according to the water department. In Berwick, Christian Lee, CENTER Maine.
Now to this, the New Hampshire Attorney General's office is planning to retry the case of Adam Montgomery. The state Supreme Court overturned Montgomery's murder conviction earlier today. Montgomery was found guilty in 2024 of killing his 5-year-old daughter, Harmony. He was also convicted on a series of other charges, including assault and falsifying evidence. The High Court upheld those charges but overturned the murder conviction. Justices say the murder and assault charges should not have been in the same trial. They pointed out there was stronger evidence of assault, which could have led jurors to make conclusions about the murder case. Investigators believe Harmony was killed in 2019, nearly 2 years before she was reported missing. Her body has never been found. An update to a story we brought you last night. Leaders with Saco schools and Thornton Academy say they are confident they can reach an agreement before their contract expires. The school board actually discussed this during a meeting last night. Thornton Academy is a private school, but it serves as a public high school for students who live in Saco. Negotiations between the Saco School Department and Thornton Academy have been going on for 2 years. One of the biggest sticking points involves students who want to transfer out of Thornton Academy. Contract proposals give that power to the Saco superintendent. But the headmaster of Thornton Academy says he also wants to be involved. At the school board meeting last night, residents, students, and parents spoke about preserving the relationship between the school and the district.
As a parent, I want stability. I want certainty. I want to know that the opportunities available to today's students will still be available to future generations of Saco families. I would ask that the members of the board to reflect on whether the current direction of this negotiation truly reflects the wishes of the broader Saco community.
That school board meeting last night ran for almost 4 hours. Most people want those two parties to agree on a contract as soon as possible. Some people in the town of Sydney are pushing back against a proposed Amazon distribution center on the Waterville-Sydney town line. The city of Waterville greenlit the project earlier this week, but now a petition for a special town meeting in Sydney could slow the process significantly. CENTER Maine's Ryan Bell explains.
Plans to build a large-scale Amazon distribution center in the city of Waterville are moving forward, but just across the town line in Sydney, residents are pumping the brakes.
All those in favor?
The Waterville Planning Board voting to approve Amazon's proposal for a 159,000 square foot distribution center after the project received support from local business leaders.
We tend to lean into projects that are thoughtful, sustainable, that will grow the economy, grow the tax base.
Kim Lindloff, CEO of the Mid-Maine Chamber of Commerce, says the company will extend utilities to the site, opening the door for more development in the area.
It was checking all the boxes.
But in Sydney, residents aren't sharing the same enthusiasm. Some worried about noise and environmental impacts.
A lot of people are concerned about the pace of development.
At the polls Tuesday, more than 250 Sydney residents signed a petition calling for a special town meeting where residents could vote on a moratorium limiting industrial development projects in the town.
This is looking at 50 trucks coming in each night.
The building itself is currently planned for the Waterville side with parking spaces on the Sydney portion. If approved, the moratorium would leave Amazon's plans on the Sydney side of the property in violation of town ordinance.
This is a way for our town to have a little bit of a say in the project.
Waterville City Councilor Scott Beal says he understands both arguments.
To a certain extent, we're robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Although he is now supporting the project, he says he still has reservations about Amazon's impact on local businesses.
The deciding factor for me was the development of a remote portion of the city so that we can have the potential for more housing.
The town clerk in Sydney says she's still working to verify all of those signatures. A date for the special town meeting has not been scheduled yet. In Sydney, Ryan Bell, News Center, Maine.
A spokesperson for Amazon says the company is grateful for the support from officials in Waterville. That spokesperson declined to comment further on the potential moratorium in Sydney.